So just quickly, could you tell your names and what band you're in?
Sure. My name is Dave, and I play in a band called Vanna.
And my name is Joel. I play guitar and sing in a band, Vanna.
Awesome. So this is not your first time on Warped Tour, but this is the 20th anniversary. What's been different about this year from past years?
For us, it's just we have a new record out on this tour that came out right when the tour started. So we've just been pushing our new record and, you know, been walking the line every morning and walking around selling our CDs and stuff to kids. And so it's, you know, 2 years ago, it was sort of more of like a, you know, we plugged our set time, but it was sort of a more like just kicking it and relaxing one. And this one's a more of a working one with a purpose. Still, both of them were so amazing and so fun to do. The one cool thing that maybe was a kind of a 20th anniversary sort of thing is Linkin Park played in California, and that was really cool. That was very, I get to like be 15 again, so that was pretty cool.
Awesome. All right. So with your new record, Void, it's come out. There's been a lot of great reviews on the album.
Yeah.
Personally, I love it. Like, I had never listened to Vanna before.
Yeah.
Marissa was like, just listen to this. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So, killer work on that.
Thank you.
What was the most fun part about recording that album?
I think for us, I mean, I know for me and Joel, we got to do a lot of, Joel did all the pre-pro for the record and all the pre-production, and me and him really got to like spend time at his house going over vocals and stuff. And then in the studio, they gave us like a whole like, you know, soundboard and booth to just be like, you guys, while they're tracking things, you guys go work on vocals and work it out. So I think that
We've never been so prepared for an album. When I stepped up to the mic for the first time, like, everything was pretty much done. It was
ready
just
to
time
go.
to lay it down, which is a first. A lot of times, for a lot of bands we know, and for us, you show up with most of the music pretty much nailed down, and once that gets finished up, you start ironing out the details, you know, lyrically and melodically and everything like that. So you're very prepared, and you've already worked these lines over and over, so they're really comfortable, and you can really, you're not paying attention to doing it right, you're paying attention to just putting as much as you can just behind it. So, I mean, that, I think, accounts for a lot of the passion and, you know, these feelings of desperateness and sadness and anger, and all the emotions are just magnified because we had the ability to not have to focus on technicalities of how to say that word the right way or timing or anything. We already did it. It was down. It's muscle memory already, so it was good.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like sometimes when you record a record and you play songs live. I know for me, I like change the way I do stuff live, and I'm like, ah, man, I wish I recorded it that way. And this time, we recorded some versions of the songs like 2 to 3 different ways, and I'm like, I like that way the best. And we play them live, and I do it the way on the record because I'm like, that's what felt the best, you know? So that was like one of the coolest things we've got to do on this record that we've never previously done before.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Also with it being like the 20th anniversary of Warped Tour, do you guys have any favorite Warped experiences from the past of like going or playing previously?
I always tell this story. So my favorite story is when I went to Warped and like, I think it was like 99. I bleached my hair before I went in the morning.
It's always a bad.
I didn't know, and my friend's mom picked us up. And she was like, "Cool hair," and I was like, "Yeah." And then I just walked around all day without a hat or anything, and my scalp actually like at the end of the day, I got sunburn on my scalp, and it was bleeding, and I had to go to the doctors the next day. I woke up. And I was like fine, I felt okay. And I took a shower in the morning and I went to go sit down at breakfast. My mother was like, oh my God. My hair was clear almost, like white. And I had like legions on my head. I had to get like a special shampoo to like help heal my like scalp. And the whole time I just had I met MXPX that year, so I like didn't give a shit about anything. And Yeah, it kind of sucked, but I still don't remember being mad about it at all. Because I just had so much fun that year, and I got to I met my favorite band in the whole world, you know. So I didn't really care that I was bleeding from the head.
Awesome. What about you?
I didn't get to go to Warped Tour as many times as I would have liked as a kid or a teenager. I think I went twice, but I think one of my favorites is because of the irony. I think it was 2009. I came because someone had an open guest list spot that they could bring a friend, and they asked me if I wanted to go, and happened to be that Vanna was playing, and yeah, it was one of the first times I actually got to see a full set all the way through with Dave, and we were not as good of friends now, but we were finally getting to know each other, and I got to see Vanna play, and then 3 years later I'm doing the same
Kids
thing
in the band.
2012, playing, on the same stage. It was just it's mind-blowingly hilarious to think about sometimes, where had you told me 2009, you're like, hey, 2012, that's
You'll be right there.
That's you. I'd be like, fuck off, that's not, no, absolutely not.
Okay, so one last question to wrap it up. If you guys were gonna have a movie made out about what actors would you pick to play yourselves?
Oh my god. Tom Hardy. The guy that's in Inception and
Bane. I see
Bane.
that.
Yeah, Tom Hardy. We kind of have a similar build, and he's such a badass dude.
Yeah.
And he would make me look like not a pussy. So Tom Hardy for sure. Joel, probably someone beautiful. I don't know.
I'm gonna say that would be super stereotypical. I'll just say Ryan Gosling, so I can look really.
No, but that would fit. That fits.
I mean,
though.
White dude, you're kind of skinny but cut, and maybe I'm not a straight guy if I hang out with him too long. Come on, he's a good-looking guy.
Yeah, he's definitely a good-looking.
Good-looking dude.
I agree with that answer.
So those are two starring roles right there.
Excellent.
Awesome. Well, we don't want to take up any more of your time. We know you're busy.